There we go, guys. Ryanair flight off to a Dublin for the day, so it's going to be good. I'll see you when we're on board, yeah? When we're taking off, do some POVs. M24. That's us. Oh. A nice decent window seat, a little bit squishy. And then go just as behind the thing. Easy as that. See you when we get to Dublin, guys. It's going to be one interesting journey. I wonder if we were lucky enough to have a full road to myself, but you know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I might get a road to myself on Dublin. You never know. But because for the moment it's just me on this road, loving it. With no view. Honestly, can tell and find out. There's still a lot of people boarding and coming on this flight, so it's going to be an interesting flight. This is. But yeah, Dublin's going to be like an hour's trip or so, just under that, so it's not going to be too easy. 2 hours. Back in shortly. Bombay. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Right, so I officially landed back in Dublin. So we are landing in Dublin. I'm going to get through security, so I'll see you on the other side, shall we? Gotta stop saying the shall we all over in the countries. It don't work. But yeah, see you when I get through security, guys. So guys, my feet is officially touched grounds on Dublin grounds, on that good old island. So we have literally 10 hours. 10, 11 hours, maybe 9, I don't know max, probably about 9, 10 hours max in Dublin. So I'm going to be able to do as much as I can tour around Dublin, see what there is to offer and have a proper look around now, because the last time I was absolutely ill. If you go back in the previous video on the first one, I was completely ill and I could not move at all on that one. But now, now I am back and not ill, not poorly or anything like that, we are literally going to have a look through all the tourist spots, including the Red District, Temple Bar, Dublin, and a few other famous spots around here in Dublin that I'm looking forward to. There isn't going to be. I don't think I'm going to probably pop to. No, I don't think I'm going to go all the way to the Guinness factory. I might do. I don't know. There is a few areas that I want to do and explore. I want to spend a full day here and get back in with a day. This is a brand new series of the extreme day trips. I'm going to be able to travel around on cheap flights around the world. If I'm able to do it, I'll be able to do it within a day. So it's going to be interesting for you guys to explore and experience a new objective and new challenges to go to places within a day. So without further ado, we're going to take a little bit of a tour and enjoy Dublin, because it's good to be here and it's really interesting. That, especially when you've got sites like this and that. The Oliver St George Bar. You got the Albert Dubliner. You literally have everything here. It's good to actually come back and actually explore this area properly. Because when I was last back here, I couldn't even breathe or see. I was that ill. And that, all wrapped up with scarf, hoodie, like literally all sorts I was here for. And now I am officially back about a year and a half later. Yeah, later than that. So yeah, it looks like there's a little market going on, like handcraft market on. We'll have a look. Yeah, it looks like there's a market. Cool Hands. Got street food, Cool Hands. It looks like it's a handcraft stalls today. Right, I think we're going to head towards the Temple Bar, one of the most Dublin's favourite and most famous spots in that. Apart from the pint of Guinness, that's guaranteed to cost you about 10, 11 euros. And I think, for far as I watched the McMaster on his last video, the recent Dublin update trip he did that. But if you've never seen the Temple Bar in Dublin, this is what it actually looks like now. It has it's always got its Christmas lights on every time of the year. It's got it on in that, and it's actually good. But yeah, later on for the day, we will pop in there. We'll pop in there, get a pint of Guinness, and have fun in that. And here's another interesting fact for you guys and that. If you go on Dublin live view, if you go on the YouTube side of it, there's a live stream on there, and that camera there, right up top of there, is where you can see a live stream view of on YouTube, where it just never closes. So every 24/7 in that live stream, it just points to the Dublin place. That camera up there. I don't know who owns that camera, but it's always streaming non-stop, and so it's good if you want to stream Stripe, and if you want to know where your partner is, just like spy them a little bit. That's your little dig for that area, and that guy in the blue top looks like a copycat to Jack Black. Sorry, I had to check the road then. Dublin's best at breakfast, apparently so. If I do stay here full time, I won't say full time, but like a couple of days, I might actually I might go back in and try that, because it is tempting to have an actual breakfast, and proper like Dubliners breakfast, as they may call it. And so, but yeah, walking around, it is early hours in the morning as well, so I'm not expecting too much of a big crowd or a huge entertainment around here at all, because it is going to be quiet for a few hours, I believe that, because it's still early hours. I think it is. It's only it's just on like 10:01. Don't mind the picture of the alcoholic Sam. Speaking about Sam, anyway, she's currently working. Yeah, she's currently working unfortunately, so she's unable to join me, even though she wouldn't really jump on the plane anyway. That's basically it's a chapter for another day, to be fair, because I'm trying to convince her to actually jump on a plane and come to Dublin with me at places like this, just for the sheer entertainment and a bit of fun. I've got to stop holding the camera like that, like happening. I might get this extension stick out on a bit, makes it more easier. I think this guy is having fun hanging. I don't know what's going on here. There's going to be a lot going on. Family free event. Looks like a small pirate event going on. I've got a decent budget in mind for today's spendage, so that's not too bad than that. But it's definitely loud, especially with seagulls. Definitely with the seagulls. I don't know what it is about Dublin. Dublin feels different, but special at the same time. It's like a calm, warm, welcoming feel to it for Dublin. because it's just so quiet, especially for a Saturday. Back at home, no joke about. If it's as soon as it hits 9 o'clock back home, that's it. It's rammed. Town's busy, it's just roaring. Especially on a Saturday morning, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? But to be fair, you can't really knock the view around here as well at all. What the extreme day trips involve is where I'm going to basically go to a location, pick a random day, and see if it's doable to visit that place within a day. Even if it's like, and as long as it is anywhere over 8 hours. If it's over 8 hours, like 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 hours. No, probably not 13 hours, at least like a 10, 11, 12 hours max. Then I will basically try my best to get over there and explore the area for a day and have fun and show you guys what is possible, what you can do within a day and that, and get back home just before tea. As simple as that. But yeah, this area is way too quiet for me, I would say. Way too quiet. Quiet than that. There's the tram. Tram now. But yeah, I'm gonna pause the video for a moment. I'm gonna have a look on my. I'm gonna sit down, have a look on my phone for a couple of moments, see which areas to go and explore of, and I'll get back to you. So I'll see you in a sec, guys. Bye. So after looking around on Google and figuring out what to do next, then taking a quick pit stop to Primark because apparently I didn't pack something that I basically forgot to pack, so I had to pop to Primark and get a belt because my fat ass pants was kind of falling, and yes, I am getting big in that. So I think the first visit I'm going to basically take is, considering that we walk past a Viking anyway, well, if it's still there we might, record it or something like that. We're going to take a trip into the Dublin Castle or Tower or wherever it is. But yeah, Dublin Castle. One of the most oldest places going so far, so I really don't know what to expect in this place, but I take it that we're going to be soon finding out. But I'm going to take it that the entrance is just through there, I suppose, so gonna have a pretty much of a gander, have a walk through and see what's around here that is available. Got the Lady Justice. So this is just generally the courtyard of inside of a museum. I'm guessing that we can walk in because that's where everyone is walking into and that. So yeah, we're gonna have a quick look at the price actually. So it is. So by the looks of it, it's gonna be like €8. Yeah, it's gonna be like €8. €8 for a self-tour, so it's not bad. So about €8 is. So now that's sorted, that confusion and thing done, we're officially inside the place, and what I am seeing right now is it's one hell of a place. Could we not realise? Not quite sure if we're supposed to be filming in here, but we'll see how far it goes. It feels a little bit too posh.
Here is what the canopy controls line according to plan.
No joke, but I think I fancy sitting in there. Get that. Jeez. I don't think someone needs a mirror that big to do the makeup at that time. But yeah, imagine that throne as a theme park, as a king of theme parks. Be unbelievable. Right, so I've just finished walking out there. So Dublin Castle, the art gallery. To be fair, to say it cost like £8, I don't think it was. Well, for my particular interest, because I'm not really much of a paint guy or anything like that. So I don't think it was necessarily worth it for me. I don't think in that, because interest, all that fun. £8, a little bit overpriced, but to be fair, it is a bit of a tourist trap area, so you're going to pay for what you get. To be fair, with it. I'm going to move. So yeah, I will probably go again, but it's nice to see a bit of culture in the place, Dublin and that. Paintings, few paintings were good. It was good to go in there, but £8, probably not that price. So after that random scenario back at the Castle Museum, I won't say much of a disappointment, but the price wise is a bit thing. I'm feeling a bit peckish right now, and I'm feeling some fish and chips right now. And apparently somewhere around here is there is some fish and chip shop that's basically famously known. Even when I was watching the McMaster, he popped over and watched it as well. Well, I'm not quite sure where it was or what it was, but I'm feeling a bit peckish, so we're gonna go find some food. Up this way now. The little area, so because I think that's where I remember it is, and the famous fish and chips it is Leo Burdock's. So Leo Burdock fish and chips. So the Mamas has been here, and a few other famous people has been here as well. But the one thing to actually try on is try it and find out if it is what it says, and if McMaster says it was decent as well. Well, or not. So that was the Leo Burdock's fish and chips and that. So I couldn't really film the inside of it because they were playing music that were copyrighted, but the original price came to somewhere around 23 euros and 40 pence. About £6 change as well, because it passed me 30 euros. I'll put. So what do I actually think about it as I show you a bit of B-roll of this bit? So apparently it's world famous. It's world famous for a lot of things, but the way I see it is it was a little bit bland. it was a little bit bland, if I may say so. There were a bit the seasoning in the chips, but it definitely wasn't like cod or I've got the other fish as well, haddock, yeah. So it wasn't cod or one haddock, so it kind of left me puzzled what kind of fish I was actually eating or having. To be fair enough. It looks like it had a decent sized batter on the food. The chips were actually gorgeous. Same with the fish. The fish was kind of nice. It was nice. It was nice to chew down on there. But £23. I'd probably say somewhere well, £23. Well, technically 20 about 19 euros, because I had got a bottle of water as well. So €19 it came to, but I think that caused the pricing on that bit because of a little bit of the fame, fame that they're claiming on. But yeah, the fish and chips was kind of nice. It was good. It felt fresh and damp. It's just a shame that the batter could have had a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more flavour into it. But I think that's because I'm used to the fish and chips back at home, and that. So there is that excuse as well. So I think the next stop is going to St James's Whiskey Distillery Bar, a nice little museum down there. We're going to be heading towards there on our next stop after our fish and chip stop. But yeah, 19.5 euros fish and chips, decent size, decent portion. We'll definitely do it again. We'll definitely try it again. But when it comes to the batter, the batter and the flavouring, could do a little bit more seasoning within the batter, if I may say. But yeah, I am currently walking alongside the Temple Road and that. Well, what can I say, guys? We can't come to Dublin and not go to the Guinness factory and have myself a decent pint of Guinness. Just hits the pot. Especially when you're having a Guinness with that sort of view. Absolutely incredible. Don't know what to say, but yeah, you can't definitely what is it? Can't come to Dublin and not go to a Guinness factory. Another pint of Guinness. I'll see you when I'm back outside because I'm going to enjoy this. Well, that was a one fab quick tour of the Guinness Stout House in Dublin. What an experience it normally is. It's always good to be on the showcase bar, have sit down, enjoy the view, and enjoy a pint and that. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day in Dublin. I don't know where it is going to be. It's got about 6 hours left. I've got near enough 6 hours, about 5-6 hours. I don't know. I'll have a look in a quick check in a moment. I'm not quite sure where to go and what's next on the list of gender, but I might try and get down to the whiskey place if I can. Can't guarantee, but yeah, we are out. But yeah, St James's Gate, Guinness Factory is always good to go. So always good to visit, and it's always busy as well. I never underestimate a fresh pint straight from the place as well. Right, so on the base, I'm gonna go find a taxi or some bus or something to get down there, and I shall be back in a moment. So that over there is Jameson's Distillery. So we managed to find it, but the only thing is, what's it like inside? Let's have a gander inside, shall we? Before I get run over, of course. Right, so got my ticket. About €33 that cost. Right. Jeez, what an expensive day. I must have spent just over 200-300 quid so far a day. You guys need to follow and sub. Yeah, you guys need to keep on subbing, keep on following. The more you do, the more I do these adventures. So, for the £33 experience, right, we're going to get a little bit of a, I think it's a guided tour, but a little taste of Jameson's and that. I'm going with a bit of, lemonade just to dial it down a bit because I've got a long flight home. It's going to be a little bit long one, but yeah, let's have a taste. Oh, yeah, that one's that one's definitely an experience. It definitely hits hard. It definitely hits something. But it's nice though. It is really nice. I will say that. Oh. Yeah, that is nice. Well, I want to finish it up, and if we do get back to the tour, I'll let you know. We'll come back to it.
Ireland home to over 1,000. Many of these, for various reasons, sadly, they would come to fade into history. Although there's few that would guess. Dublin's north side.
Guys, you might have to do a little bit of squeezing. There's 2 spaces around the back there, and a couple of spaces down into a flour. We call this grist. The grist we add to water and we heat it to form a porridge-like substance known as mash. We filter the mash into a liquid called wort, and the wort goes into fermentation vats. This is where we add yeast. So a reaction known as fermentation, the yeast will eat a particular bottle. You can only buy this here in-house or in the Middleton Distillery in County Cork. You cannot buy this whiskey anywhere else in the world. Really cool thing we get to taste today, right? Now for its exclusivity, again we have a blend of pot still and grain from our sherry and ex-bourbon cast. But this blend actually weighs in favour of the pot still whiskey, right? So high pot still with a little bit of grain. There is also another component aged in this called small batch grain. It's only a very small amount of this. They use it to lend some depth and elevate the sweetness. This whiskey is also aged longer, anywhere from 7 to 11 years this time, all right? So the first thing with the small batch grain, I always say, this whiskey on the nose is exceptionally sweet, right? Really sweet, yeah?
Like root beer.
That's a great one. Oh my God. So there's an official noting list for all these whiskies, right? They'll have an actual documented noting list that tells you what you're supposed to get from it. So with this, the first notes that appear, apple, pear, melon, and kiwi, right? Kiwi, mad one. Apple and pear, I could see it. Apple and pear, I could. Your figs, your sultanas, your raisins, your prunes, your root beer. That's kind of spicy, kind of sugary note. Yeah.
It smells like whiskey.
Vanilla, sure. There's always one there. You're gonna hate the next note. Here's one for you, right? This is a really mad one, okay? Humor me. Banana.
Oh.
Smell it again.
Oh, happy time.
Whiskey.
Lot of it. You know we're going for a pint later.
I'm not saying it smells bad. It just smells
No, it's again, it's lovely, it's lovely. But again, everybody's different, guys. You know, the noting list, you wouldn't believe some of the gold stuff they come out with. I recently tasted a whiskey, a single grain by Method of Madness. The 2 nosing lists, fresh rain on pine and new pencil shavings, right? That's how we What do you get? It's notes of it. Notes of it. With the taste, right? Really important. You will notice a big difference, right? So sweet, yeah, sweeter again. Yeah. Different kind of sweetness though, right? So your figs, your sultanas, maybe your prunes. I get kind of a baked apple flavor, a little cinnamon, a little clove, that kind of vibe. The more important is your sensations, right? So first you'll find, right, the finish is kind of quick and crisp, like original. The whiskey itself, it's a bit spicier, right? It peppers the tongue a little more. More pot still, it's going to be spicier. More pot still, it's going to be smoother all the way down. More oil coats the inside throat a little bit.
You look great as well. You look like that warmth is starting to catch up on you. Kentucky, they call that the whiskey hug. Yeah.
So just in the gift shop, and I don't think anyone has spare 5k's worth of euros, please. Because that is absolutely mental. 24 years of aging and like 14 grand for that one. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That is really crazy for that price. For that price on that. But yeah, I'll pop outside and I'll tell you my thoughts about what was the Jameson's tour back in the city. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the St Jameson's whiskey what was it, fertility tour. Well, disability, just no, you know what I mean. Facility store, and I am, to be fair, I am actually speechless. Really speechless about that one. If I compared it against like Guinness Factory, the Guinness Stout Factory, like the drink I absolutely love and adore, compared to what I've just basically been in the scene of, that wins just like 100%. That there was one hell of an experience in that, and the guy in there called James, yeah, kind of funny, isn't it? James was absolutely phenomenal on how he expressed the story, the backstory of the place, of how it all started from how it is today now. And for 35 quid, well, 33 quid, let's say that one. Well, probably 33 euros, something like that, but in British pounds, it'll be somewhere around about 29 quid. So for that price, for an experience like that, that is definitely worth it. Would I go back to it? Definitely yes, because you get free Jameson's whiskey drink, bit of a taster, and a bit of a backstory on how each taster has basically developed and was designed and invented. It's just kind of amazed me, that's all. It really amazed me, that one. But yeah, that place definitely wins, just for the interaction, the tour, the information that you basically get off on it is absolutely crazy. But on the other hand of that fabulous tour, we have basically done Temple Bar. We have basically a tour around that one. We've gone all the way to the famous fish and chips in Dublin. We've had our fair share of that one, and we've gone all the way back to the Dublin's very own at home Guinness Stout Factory. Oh, I'm starting to run out of breath as well. Get my mouth getting dry. And that place was absolutely amazing. It was fabulous and absolutely crazy, especially with the live shows that the Guinness Stout Factory put on, was absolutely just astonishing, to be fair. Absolutely astonishing. See, this is what happens when you start testing whiskey. They're a little bit too strong for me, but I'm fine. Gotta love it, gotta test it, gotta try it.